He says, no, I've told you before, I have no interest in that. Get out of my office. He says he trudged back to his desk, trying to figure out why would the Holy Spirit prompt him to go give the gospel when this guy just nailed him. And he said that week after week, this guy never came to the Lord. This guy was just whatever. It says years passed, job situations passed. And he said he was in, I think it was in a work situation, and a man came up to him. And he says, you don't know who I am, but I know who you are. He said, years ago, you came into the office of a guy who didn't believe in God at all, and he just nailed you and turned you away. And you gave the gospel and invited him to church, and you just nailed him and give the gospel away. And he told you to just go away. He says, what you didn't know. Now, I heard this from the mouth of the guy, all right? This isn't one of these stories that you're reading a book or, the forward to you on the internet routine. He says, what you didn't know, he says, I was a painter at your work site, and I was behind the guy's desk peeling paint and cutting in that wall on my hands and my knees, and I listened to you. Amen. And God worked in my heart, and I went to church, and I got saved. Now, that story will probably never happen to you. But the truth of the matter is, God will bless the gospel. And people will have ears to hear. The Jews that Isaiah put so much, and other prophets put so much effort into, and then just their faces, they had no interest in the gospel. And the last two verses of this chapter says, yet God saved many people who are not even looking for him. Do you see that? Do you see that right there in verse number 20? But Isaiah is very bold and saith, I was found of them that sought me not. I was made manifest unto them that ask not after me. You leave that tract and someone else might read it. You go to that house and give the gospel and some little kid might be listening behind the door. Give the gospel. How shall they ever hear without a preacher? These wonderful salvation conversions happen because people, just like the folks of Lighthouse, preach the gospel of peace. Salvation through Jesus alone, and the wind blows from who knows where, and the Holy Spirit works on the heart and makes the heart willing to call upon the name of the Lord to be saved, and these people believe on Christ. They will never call upon the name of the Lord without a preacher. And you are that preacher. Will you commit your life to be a consistent herald of the gospel? Would you bow your heads tonight?